Baltimore Ravens flop. Flex Zone family. It is with great sorrow that I report to you live today from the cemetery where we are officially laying to rest the 2025 Baltimore Ravens. I got my box of tissues. I'm blowing a snot into my nose into this tissue, wiping the tears from my eyes. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. We got word this morning that Lamar Jackson has officially been ruled out. I'm almost out of tissues. I'm out of reasons to care. The Ravens are out of excuses, and it looks like they will be out of the playoffs. Let me get myself together. It's God's favorite host, right here on the Flex Zone Podcast, your home for Baltimore Ravens content. Let me know what you're looking forward to seeing. We got to preview this game. I was literally about to preview this game, but someone told me to wait. Let's see who's in, who's out. We'll get some news today. Game time less than 24 hours away. And unfortunately, Lamar Jackson will miss another game as he's been officially ruled out with that hamstring injury. Make sure you go ahead and stiff arm that subscribe button. Tackle. Give a nice hit stick to that thumbs up. Blitz that bell like the Bears are going to blitz the Ravens in Baltimore tomorrow. And comment your thoughts on Lamar being out. Is the season over? Ravens looking to avoid a 1-6 start, which would be their worst in franchise history. Ladies and gentlemen, you see here tomorrow, 1 p.m. at M&T Bank Stadium, the 4-2 Chicago Bears, winners of 4 in a row after 2 straight losses, coming in to face the Baltimore Ravens after a bye, 1-5. The Ravens were 6.5-point favorites. That was under the assumption that Lamar Jackson would play. No Lamar Jackson. Now they are 2.5-point favorites. Beautiful day for football tomorrow. A nice, cloudy 58-degree day. No precipitation. Not a lot of wind either in Baltimore. 1 p.m. kickoff on WJZ, CBS, Iron Eagle, J.J. Watt, Evan Washburn as well. Now, Ravens have lost 4 in a row. Bears have won 4 in a row. And this history between these two teams, the Bears' first visit to Baltimore, it is since 2017. The Ravens lead the all-time series 4-3. It's funny because the last time they met was in 2021. The Ravens won 16-13, but who was the starting quarterback and who will be the starting quarterback tomorrow? It all ties together, and you couldn't have written a Hollywood script better now that he's out. Tyler Huntley, Snoop Huntley, who was 26 of 36 for 219 yards, played in place of Lamar Jackson, who missed the game with an illness. And Mark Andrews had 8 catches for 73 yards. And Roquan Smith went back to Chicago playing his former team, had 17 tackles. Oh, he was playing for the Bears at the time, was Roquan. I'm sorry, he wasn't traded yet. This is his first time playing his former team, but he played for the Bears. He had 17 tackles. Yes, Lamar Jackson has officially been ruled out, ladies and gentlemen. I am from the graveyard, as you can see. It is a sad, somber day here with the Ravens flock. Jackson, he was a full participant in Friday's practice, but downgraded to limited and now expected to return Thursday night in Miami against the Dolphins. He was not ready to play, sources told ESPN insider Adam Schefter, with a short week against the Dolphins. I find it weird that, okay, he can't play Sunday, but he can play in 3 days on Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days on Thursday. I mean, if that's the case, why wouldn't he give it a go tomorrow potentially? Are they being extra cautious, them being the Ravens? But can you afford to be extra cautious when you're 1-5? And if you lose this game, you got to probably go 9-2 down the stretch in your last 11 games to get to 10 wins, which would pretty much be a safe spot for a playoff berth. And if he's practicing and has practiced all of these days, did they not see something that led them to believe even Lamar Jackson, if he's not 100%, which most players probably aren't at this point in the season, even at 80%, is still better than Tyler Huntley? We know Cooper Rush is now the third string starting quarterback. Huntley started 5 games last year for the Dolphins, going 2-3, 86 of 133. They don't even have the yards. They just have the completion percentage. The completions, 86 of 133 with 5 total touchdowns. Not 5 passing touchdowns, 5 total touchdowns. He started 10 games for the Ravens in place of Jackson, including 1 in the playoffs. He's a 2022 Pro Bowler. Can't forget that. In less than an hour after the announcement, the Ravens were 6.5-point favorites to being a 1.5-point underdog, with the Bears now with a 2.5-point spread, as we just saw. As mentioned, it's crazy because you see Lamar was literally a full participant in practice. Huntley started 10 games for the Ravens, as we mentioned. He was 2-3 with the Dolphins last year, 86 of 133 passes with 5 total touchdowns, so running and passing. But we saw the news. It was reported by the Ravens. They even put a tweet out at 12:21 p.m. You're getting this video at about 2:30 Eastern. There has been an update to Lamar Jackson's Friday practice and game status. Jackson was downgraded from a full participant to limited and has been ruled out for tomorrow's game versus Chicago. That was courtesy of the Ravens. They tweeted that out. Here is Adam Schefter. More news on the quarterback side. We know Tyrod Taylor is out. Justin Fields back in for the Jets. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson will miss his third straight game due to his hamstring injury, and Tyler Huntley will start. He's expected to return Thursday versus the Dolphins. Is Lamar Jackson. Damn, I wish I got in before the damn odds changed. And yes, you can see the fit. You can see the face here of all Ravens fans. Like, come on, man. Come on. You got to be kidding me. So there you have it there. And pretty much everybody else was back full, which is because the here, they pretty much had most of everyone back. And let me pull it up for everybody so they can see. But you look, Chidobe Awuzie, he's back practicing full. Zay Flowers full. Kyle Hamilton full. DeAndre Hopkins. Marlon Humphrey, who had an illness, is full. Patrick Ricard is back for the first time this year. Roquan Smith is back. Devontae Walker is back. Ronnie Stanley, it was a rest day. He should be on pace to play. But you got Snoop Huntley and Tyler Huntley. No Lamar Jackson. That is the injury report. Now, like I said, the Ravens are 1-5. They lose this game 1-6. They got a short week Thursday against the Dolphins. Best case, you get to 2-6, and you have what? 8 games left? So you would have 8 games or 9 games left, excuse me. What would you have to go? 7-2. So that is tough, even with some of the more favorable games. I think tomorrow's game already was a loss with Lamar. I had the Bears 26-23. Now I feel like it could be, I don't know, 31-20 Bears. I mean, and I'll kind of just get into my keys because this is kind of just we can go and roll from there as you look at the injury report and some of the players who are in and some of the players who are out. You got to beat a more disciplined team. The Bears are second in penalties in the NFL. You got to take advantage of that. They have a lot of false starts, a lot of illegal motion, a lot of offsides, especially on the offensive side of the ball. So be the more disciplined team, win the penalty battle. The Ravens have actually done decent this year in that category, but not much else can be said from there as well. And real quick, I do want to touch on join the Ravens this past to help out with that pass rush. Can't forget that as well. We'll get to that in a second. Win the turnover battle. The Bears lead the NFL in turnover margin. They are plus 11. And the Ravens are 14-3 after the bye week under Coach Harbaugh. They've had a really good record with the bye, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. And, it's going to be curious to see because the Bears also ranked 28th against the run. And Derrick Henry had a career high 24 carries. Ricard coming back as well could be integral for this team. Now, like I said, be the more disciplined team. The Bears are second in the NFL with penalties. Win the turnover battle. Make Montez Sweat. What I mean by that is Montez Sweat, that's his name. He leads them with 2 sacks. He's their number one high-priced guy, but make him move around. Run to the outside. Make him have to play sideline to sideline. Don't allow him just to rush upfield and be able to make plays. Contain Montez Sweat. Make him sweat. Make him earn his paycheck. Make him move all around. Make him chase and tackle Derrick Henry, Justice Hill. Maybe use Keaton Mitchell. Have him out there. Have him get chipped with a Patrick Ricard, with a Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, or Charlie Kohler, extra lineman. Make him sweat. Next, handle the DB blitz. They blitz a lot on third down, especially when you get on the other side of the field. Blitz. Handle the blitz. Ronnie Stanley should be back. Huntley's a little more mobile. We saw that at the end of the last game against the Rams, but they need mobility at the quarterback position because the offensive line we know has struggled. I mentioned the Bears are 28th against the run. Okay, they're giving up 5 yards a carry. Stay on the field on third down. The Bears are the number 1 third down defense, though. So they do get stops on third down. But you got to rush for over 150 yards. They give up they're 28th against the run. Win time of possession. Score touchdowns in the red zone. Make Caleb hold the ball and play hero ball because we know he is a great athlete. He's a great quarterback. He is good playing improvised, unscripted ball, but that also gets him in trouble. What makes him great is what makes him also have issues. And I think making Caleb hold the ball, having to run around trying to play hero ball would be very, very important for this defense as well. DeAndre Swift, I don't know if he's going to play or not. I believe he will. He hasn't practiced. We'll see. But keep DeAndre Swift under 100 yards. He can do it all. Keep him under 100 yards. And yeah, make sure that you contain what he does because he can not only hurt you inside running the ball, he can hurt you outside running the ball. He can catch the ball out of the backfield as well. You don't want that to be an issue for you as well. You got to tackle well, limit the yak yards that they get. DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, Colston Loveland, who should get more of a role coming up. Swift, as I mentioned, Manungai, the backup. You have to do a better job of containing those guys in yak. They throw some screen passes, they get the ball out quick. They don't want Caleb holding onto the ball. Those are things. Go gadget. Watch for the trick play. We know Ben Johnson, a masterful play caller, has the distinct advantage over Zach Orr. I think he has potential to really give the Ravens defense some issues. I know they played their best game of the season, did the Ravens defense last week, but I don't really know what they're going to do with this offense of Ben Johnson. But he could pull out a trick play, he could put out a gadget play, a reverse, a flea flicker. Look for that. Be on your toes defensively. Special teams, no block kicks or punts, please. There's been too much of that in the NFL this year. And find a spark in the return game. Wester, Ali, Mitchell, somebody help this offense out because we need a spark return. Can we get past the 50? Can we get into enemy territory? Those are things I'm going to be looking at. So let's hear from Carl Lawson real quick, and then we'll go right back into the keys, and I'll recap them for you guys here today. That's a little bit from the newest Raven, Carl Lawson. I like the signing because he did get 5 sacks last year in their reserve role with the Cowboys. We've seen the Ravens have successful guys off the couch. We've seen Clowney. We've seen Van Noy. I think he can be in that mode. He's only 30 years of age. Injuries did kind of hamper him. Had a really good rookie year, then kind of never regained that form. Achilles injury, but not an old guy by any means. Still has some youth. Still in his prime. Probably can give you maybe 4 or 5 sacks over the last 10 games of the season. He's not going to play this week. He'll probably play Thursday, but I do like the move now. This lets me know maybe Eric hasn't had a chance to really make that big move, that big trade. We've heard a lot of names, a lot of asking prices, which could be smoke screens, but we'll see what the Ravens do. We still got 2 weeks to the trade deadline. But if you're 1-7, 2-6, does it matter? Do you need to go up and give up capital for next year when you're already in position to pick in the top 5 this year? And at this point, I'm looking for draft capital. I'm looking to maybe trade assets to get something back. Do you trade in Andrews? Do you look at that potentially? Do you maybe say, hey, do you have somebody on a defensive line? Does somebody want a Travis Jones, an expiring contract? Those are things you may have to think about because Travis Jones ain't doing nothing anyway. You look at Owe, he done went to LA and got 2 sacks in 3 games. So a team could want Travis Jones. A team could want Mark Andrews. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. I do like the Carl Lawson move. But again, Lamar Jackson ruled out hamstring. He will miss another game yet again, third straight game. So this is basically, it'll be over a month since he's played. But like I said, not to play Sunday and then be able to play in what? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days. So that extra 4 days is the difference between you playing and not playing. So if this was a game, which it is, that has unlimited potential to potentially save your season because you fall to 1-6. No team has ever made the playoffs being 1-6. And like I said, you would have to what? Go, what would that be? 9-1 in the last 10 just to get to 10 wins. 8-2 just to get the 9 and hope that the Steelers falter. It's over. The season is buried. It's dead. It's gone. I'm looking at 2026. Can they get a top 5 draft pick? Can they potentially, maybe sell off some expiring contracts to get more capital? We know they love draft picks. Will this lead to the eventual coaching change that a lot of Ravens fans have been calling for the past 5 years at least, potentially, because of failures continually in crucial moments in the playoffs? At this point, if the season is going the way it looks to be, and it's one of those seasons like 2015 where you only get 5 wins, you maybe get 6 wins, you're 5-12, 6-11, you're picking in the top 5 potentially. You may have to start over. You may have to make that move potentially, because it looks like not only have you lost games on the field, you've lost these guys mentally in the locker room. You've lost the effort. You've lost the will to win. You've lost them playing like a Raven, which above none else, without the talent, guys played hard. Guys played with the physicality and a mindset as part of the Baltimore Ravens when you stepped onto that field, whether at home or on the road. No Lamar Jackson. I don't have faith in Tyler Huntley. I mean, is there much difference between him and Cooper Rush? He can move better. So I guess I expect a heavy dose of Derrick Henry. He had 24 carries season high. He may need 34 carries in this game. Like I said, with the keys, and like I said, the Bears are playing good football, number one third down defense, but be the more disciplined team. They commit a lot of penalties, okay? They are second in the NFL. Win the turnover battle, they're plus 11. You got to get 2 to 3 at least, now especially. Make Montez sweat, chip him, block him, make him move around. Handle the DB blitz, corners, safeties will blitz, protect the quarterback. Rush for over 150 yards. We're going to need Derrick Henry to probably rush for 200. Stay on the field on third down. Bears are number 1 on third down defense. I don't see that happening much with Lamar out. Win time of possession. Score touchdowns in the red zone. Make Caleb hold the ball and play hero ball. Keep DeAndre Swift under 100 yards. Tackle well. We know they've had over 30-plus tackles in the last few games. Limit the yak yardage. Watch for the trick play to go gadget. No block kicks or punts. And find a spark in the return game. I mean, that's pretty much what I got here, because it's not looking very hopeful. I think I had the Bears, 26-23 with Lamar. I'm thinking of like 31-20 now without Lamar. I think this is it. We'll be live on Sunday, immediately following this game. A lot to talk about with the Baltimore Ravens post-game show. Excuse me. They're not making a move. Well, they did make a move. They added Carl Lawson, but I think the season's over. I think they need to look at other options moving forward potentially. Lamar Jackson is like, I ain't playing behind this line. I'm not playing with these bums that's blocking for me. And, that's pretty much all we got. So Lamar doesn't want to play. Of course, he's going to play in Miami, close to home. We'll see what he does. But tough to win 8 out of 10 when this team can't even win more than one game is fully healthy. I don't know what's going to happen specifically with them coming up. But it's a sad time for Baltimore Ravens. That's why we're here at the graveyard, at the crossroads. We got our tissues. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Let me know your thoughts on this game. I'm going with the Bears 31-20. Lamar Jackson ruled out. We may see him Thursday. Hell, I don't even know. They say we're going to see him Thursday. Who knows? They like to lie, deny. We'll see. Looks like everybody else is healthy, but it won't mean a damn thing without Lamar Jackson putting that Superman cape on, saving his team. And even with that, like I said, they were losing already. So a lot of issues, a lot of problems. I see the writing on the wall. It's over with. Season is done. This team is depleted. They're demoralized. And we're done with this video. Blitz that bell. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Sack it. Like you'll see Tyler Huntley getting sacked tomorrow. And make sure you go ahead and let me know by leaving a like. Let's get YouTube to pick this video up, and other Ravens fans and other football fans can find the great content that we do. We'll be live tomorrow for the Baltimore Ravens postgame show. Ravens looking to avoid a 1-6 start and be eliminated basically from playoff contention. Bears winners of 4 in a row, looking to make it 5 in a row with Ben Johnson, a guy I wanted as a coach potentially. But we'll see what happens. Sound off down below. Lamar Jackson ruled out, 3rd straight game with a hamstring injury. 4 weeks in a row they had the bye. We may see him Thursday night in Miami. We may not at this point. If they lose, why bring him back? Just give him Thursday off and let him come back against Minnesota. And we'll see him there, I guess. God's favorite host signing off. Ravens, Bears, tomorrow. We'll be live after the game. We'll see you when we see you. Make sure you got your Kleenex and you are ready for a somber mood tomorrow afternoon in the city of Baltimore and beyond for all of the Ravens flock. We'll see you when we see you.